Hey everyone, welcome to this week's weekly find video, and I first want to tell you this week has been madness. I'm not sure if you heard it, but I posted an interview with the only collector in the world that has a complete sealed American PlayStation 2 collection on the weblog, and since then it's been complete madness. We've had over 150,000 views, the interview went viral, and yeah, the site was down a few times because of the server load, etc. And on the personal front, I've had so much stuff come in this week. Some amazing deals I had, and I'm going to show you those now. First up, Mod Nation Racers press kit. This is a customizable card, and it has the game has some crayons and some stickers, etc. to customize the car. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it mint. Then I'm gonna work in piles now because it's too much to show individually. Here's a pile of NES games. I bought a collection of someone, and it was about 40 complete NES games. Let's zoom out a bit. So all these games are complete and in very, very good condition. Solomon's Key. I actually have the rare part 2, but I found out I didn't have part 1, so this one's for the collection. Then Robo Warrior, a game I already had in my collection, but I'm going to replace it with this one because... let's see how to focus. There, as you can see, it has a hang tab. Didn't know there was a version with a hang tab, and this one's still intact, and you don't see that too often, so I'm keeping that one. Iron Sword 2 with the amazing Fabio on front. How cheesy can a cover be, huh? Then Wizards and Warriors 1. And I'm also keeping this one because of the hang tab. As you can see here, it's still in great condition. And to complete the set, Wizards and Warriors 3. Then Castlevania 1. Also with hang tab. And this one's even unpunched. As you can see here, it still has the middle lip, so this one has never been used, which is quite uncommon. Then Kid Icarus, one of the classics on the NES, and again an unpunched hang tab. You can imagine how happy I was when this came in and I found out all those hang tabs were still intact. The odd one out, Wrecking Crew with a damaged hang tab. Well, this one came from my collection because it was in the lot, but it was a lot better condition with the hang tab intact, so I'm keeping that one, and this is for sale. Castlevania 2, a small box, so this is a smaller version, as you can see. These were only released in Europe, and some of these are quite rare. Donkey Kong Classics is really hard to find. It's worth a couple €100. Link 2, Zelda 2 I mean, Bugs Bunny's Birthday Blowout, Fester's Quest, Bubble Bobble, as I said before, one of my favorite games on the system, Adventures of Lolo 2, the Smurfen, or how do you call them in English, the Smurfs, and Snake's Revenge, that non-Kojima Metal Gear game. Then, something I picked up at the flea market last Sunday, Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles. Castlevania, great series, love those games. Then some PlayStation 2 games that I didn't have in my collection. SingStar Pop Hits, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, I actually do have this one, so that's for sale. SingStar R&B, McFarlane's Evil Prophecy. This is actually the first time I found this one in the wild. Found it at a flea market, only a couple of euros, and the artwork is great. Looks really cool. Aqua Aqua, or Wet Tricks 2. Everblue 2, one of the few RPGs I didn't have in PAL, so I was quite happy to find that one at a flea market. And Midway Arcade Treasures 2, which completes the set for me. Then Miss Pac-Man. This box is actually quite battered, so I need to change that. Legend of Dragoon. Picked this up in the same lot with the NES games I showed. Same goes for Suikoden, or Suikoden, or Suikoden. I wonder if anyone knows how to pronounce that. Tombi 2. And Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars, which I didn't have. Still one Broken Sword game I don't have. The Baphomet something something. As you can see, I'm rushing through this because, yeah, there's so much. After this I have another 2 piles. Mortal Kombat 3 for the SNES. Then 2 quite rare Paul B NES games I didn't have yet. Snow Brothers. It's a Capcom platform game. No, it's actually not a platforming game. You don't see this one quite often, so I was quite happy I could pick this up from a fellow collector. Same goes for Alfred Chicken. These are one of those games that you only find if you're looking for them, and they're never cheap. Only in the hands of collectors. Then Wild Gunman, in quite good condition. As you can see there, again, the hang tab fully intact, which is awesome. This is the Wrecking Crew I talked to you about earlier. As you can see, this one does have the hang tab. And then something I was really happy with. This came in that lot as well, and but it wasn't described as the big box version. I expected it to be the small box version, which is quite common, but this is the whole coated, so Holland, Dutch, where I'm from, version. Big box. I've only seen this one, I think 2 or 3 times in my whole collecting career, and it's in great condition with unpunched hang tab. So I was super happy with this one. This is definitely the best find for me in the last few weeks, next to the GTA double feature, of course. Magic the Gathering, the original PC game. I remember playing this a lot back in the day when it came out. My computer was actually too slow to play it, but with a lot of patience I played this for hours and hours. I loved Magic the Gathering, and I played that obsessively for years. Tekken 3, one for the trade pile. Then 2 shitty Phoenix games, 5-Star Racing and All-Star Water Sports. Yeah, if you go for the obscure stuff, you definitely need to check out the Phoenix stuff. Then, also from the flea market, I couldn't pass this and that one over there for 10 euros a piece. This is the Tool Salival set. Tool, one of my favorite bands ever. It's amazing music. And this is the really cool Transformers 1 Special Edition, which is a big Optimus Prime. Cool to have. Then the last 2 piles. Over here we have the Wu-Tang Clan Taste the Pain controller set. As you can see, it's a controller in the shape of the Wu-Tang logo. It's really bad quality, it's really cheap, light plastic, and the box is quite shabby, but until I picked up a better copy, this is my collection copy. Then some more PlayStation stuff. Harvest Fishing. It's a spin-off of the Harvest Moon series, and one of those 505 Game Street games. I talked to you about them before. I collect 505 Game Street stuff, and this is one of the few I was still missing. Grandia Extreme, PlayStation 2 NTC only RPG. Now I'm only missing Grandia 3 from my collection. Then Gacha Force. It's one of the rare GameCube games. Quite hard to find. Picked this up on eBay, but when it came in I wasn't quite happy with the condition, because as you can see it's quite bubbled. Has some water damage. So I was not too happy with that. Then the Onimusha 3 Special Edition has an extra DVD and a cardboard sleeve. Taito Legends 2 1, which forum member Dynasty Gal picked up for me in the UK. Really cool arcade collection. Talk about arcade collections. There's the Capcom Classics Collection. That's a lot of C's. Volume 1. I'm actually not sure if there's more than one volume, but I thought I didn't have it, picked it up, and I did have it, so this one's gonna go to the sale pile. Valkyria Chronicles, awesome game. This is one of my favorite PlayStation 3 games. Picked up another copy. And Spyro, Hero's Tale. This is one of the 3 or 4 Spyro games on the PS2. Don't have them all yet, and I only pick them up when I see them for about €1. Then the last thing, Command & Conquer Covert Operations Mission Disc box set. This is the Windows 95 version, so not the original DOS version. But it's a really nice big set, which goes nice with my my other Command & Conquer set. So that was it for this week. Be sure to check out the interview if you haven't already. It's amazing to see the amount of games that guy has, and yeah, the impact it had on gaming communities worldwide is has quite stunned me. Also be sure to check out our Twitter, our Facebook, etc. And if you are not a member yet, join the community and join in on the discussions. So see you next week. Goodbye.